I'm Kenneth Rodgers, and I'm director of the North Carolina Central University Art Museum in Durham, North Carolina. We have been highlighting African American art now for a little more than 5 decades. And during that period, we've been able to add some truly significant works that makes North Carolina more rounded. The cultural patrimony that we support here obviously comes through the collection that is both permanent and sometimes temporary. The Art Museum is particularly proud of its Robert Scott Duncanson. Duncanson was a 19th century African American artist who worked primarily in the Ohio region, but on more than one occasion made a trek down to North Carolina. We're very fortunate to have the only Robert Scott Duncanson in the state of North Carolina, and this is his cottage at Pass opposite Ben Lomond. It's a wonderful landscape that looks at not only the topography of the region, but probably borrows as well from some of what the Hudson River School artists were all about. The Art Museum and the university are also proud to have a work by America's premier African American artist, Henry Osawa Tanner. This is Tanner's Poplars. It's a work that he produced just after winning the most significant recognition by an African American artist outside of America. Henry Tanner in 1896 would get an honorable mention in the famed Salon exhibition in Paris. So we're really pleased that we have here one of 2 landscapes by him in North Carolina. Among contemporary artists whose works are in the permanent collection of the museum is the work of Kerry James Marshall, a MacArthur winner, and actually one of 2 MacArthur winners that are in the North Carolina Central University Art Museum collection. Kerry James Marshall is, without question, one of the more celebrated contemporary artists working today. He is oftentimes known for making subtle social comments about conditions that he feels need righting that, of course, are very much wrongs. And in this piece, we have clearly an example of that. This is his work titled Memento, and it is kind of a statement about the civil rights movement and the martyrs who played crucial roles in shaping what would become one of America's most intriguing and fascinating moments. Most of America knows a great deal about the popular early 70s era sitcom Good Times, but maybe what most Americans did not know is that the individual who produced most of the paintings for the star of that sitcom, JJ, was actually Ernie Barnes, a native of Durham, North Carolina, and one of the very proud graduates of North Carolina Central University. Ernie Barnes was that rare individual who was a bit of a Renaissance man in that he not only played football and came to North Carolina Central University on a football scholarship, but he was also a star in the art studio where he produced an incredible body of work that demonstrated his embrace of elongated forms and very sound narratives. The work that we have in our collection, titled Bus Stop, is one of his early works that looks at the genre themes that, again, he became very, very famous for. It's a work that was given to us some years ago by a Raleigh-based couple and actually an art critic by the name of Blue Greenberg. So we're delighted, of course, to have this work again be part of the North Carolina Central University collection.